everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. If you are new here, then welcome. My name is Millie and I am currently in the process of decluttering my whole makeup collection. So I've already done 2 parts to this series, I suppose, and I have decluttered so much already. We've gone through all of the base products, so we've done foundation, primer, bronzer, blush, highlight, setting powder, setting sprays, all of that good stuff, and today we are diving into the next 2 sets of drawers, and today it's going to be brows, eyeliners, mascaras and single eyeshadow products. And I have a few different things in that category, but they're all in the same bin. So that is what we're going to be doing today. This is the box that we've already decluttered. It is getting quite full and it's getting quite heavy, but I've got a good feeling about this section. I feel like there's going to be a lot to get rid of. So as always, let's zoom in and let's get into the drawers. So drawer number 1, we have all of my brow products, backups of a lot of my favourites as well, all in this tub over here. Then I've separated my eyeliner products into black and colours. So I feel like this is a great way of displaying things for me. I either want a black eyeliner or I want a colour. The only thing is, in with the colours, I have a lot of my more like neutral shades, so more like browns and very dark blues that I could almost consider black. So I have some more little tubs and I might organise this in a different way. However, we need to declutter it first. So right on the top here I have backups, and the ones that I'm currently using of the e.l.f. Wow Brows. Absolutely can't live without these, so all of these will be keeping. So then I have 2 shades of the Maybelline Tattoo Brow. I have dark brown and chocolate brown. I just don't reach for these. These aren't the sort of products that I really use. I didn't find that the colour lasted very well on me. Like I would still have to fill them in every day. This would just give me a little bit of background colour. So I'm going to declutter both of these. Then I have 2 products here and I couldn't tell you which is which, but one is Revolution and one is Revolution Pro, and they're both sort of similar to the e.l.f. Wow Brow in that they are like tinted brow gels, but for some reason these are just a little bit too wet. The brushes are perhaps a little bit too soft or a little bit too big, and I just find that these are a lot more messy than the e.l.f. ones. They also don't have like the fibres in them that the e.l.f. ones do, so I'm going to get rid of these. Then I got this brow gel recently and I'm still sort of making up my mind on it. So this is the Essence Make Me Brow in the shade Chocolatey Brows. The product looks similar to the e.l.f. Wow Brow in that it has those little fibres in it. I do find that it is slightly more messy, but I'm wondering if once this dries down a little bit it might be a bit better, so I am going to keep this one. Then in here I've got a Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I think I got this in the ASOS Face and Body box last Christmas and I don't really think I like this very much, so I'm going to get rid. And then the last brow gel that I have in here is the Eyelure Brow Control and Shape Gel. This has just a regular sized mascara wand brush, so it's so difficult to use, and I didn't find that it actually held my brows in place very well. I definitely don't need a strong hold when it comes to my brows. I do like something that is perhaps a little softer, but this just didn't really do anything, and I like having something that's tinted, so I'm going to get rid of this one. And then just on first glance, I think there's only 2 here that I'm going to get rid of. So this is the Rimmel Professional Eyebrow Pencil. This is one that you like sharpen and then it's got a brush on the lid. Nothing wrong with this, I just don't really reach for it. I have other pencils that I prefer over this. I think perhaps the colour was a little bit off for me, so I'm going to get rid of this one. And then this is one of these like pens. So this is the Revolution brow pen. This is in medium brown, and yeah, that's all like dried up. This just didn't work very well. I don't know if it was meant to be, I don't know, like this just never worked for me. It was always too light. It never like dispensed enough product into my brows for it to actually fill them in. I'm just not a fan, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I do have this. This is the Freedom Duo Brow Powder in soft brown. Now, is Freedom even a brand anymore? I think that this was like pre-Revolution. Does anybody know? Can anybody remember? Either way, I've had this far too long and I don't generally like a powder. I do like a pencil, so I'm going to get rid of this one. And then everything else I think I'm going to keep. So this, believe it or not, is an eyeliner brow pencil. This is in the shade dark brown, and I really enjoyed this. It's much more of a firm pencil, so I actually used this pencil on my wedding day. I would go out and rebuy it because the colour was perfect for me. It might not be now that my hair's dark. I was very much a blonde on my wedding day, but I really like that. I would highly recommend it if you can find one. I think I got this in one of those like beauty outlet stores. Then I have two shades of the Body Collection Eyebrow Definer Pencil. I really rate these. They have the tiniest little pencil end. Excuse how dirty that is, but obviously I have used them. Really great. I think one of these is medium brown and one of them is dark brown. I can't actually remember because all of the writing is rubbed off. So affordable. I think these were like £1.80. We'll absolutely be keeping. These are fantastic micro pencils. Also on the micro pencil thought is the Essence Micro Precise eyebrow pencil. This is in the shade dark brown. Again, really tiny. I think this one is possibly a little bit smaller than the Body Collection one, but really love that one as well. We'll be keeping. And then all three of these are slightly thicker pencils. So we've got the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. Have repurchased this many times. This is in the shade neutral brown, a fantastic, really quick brow option. Then we have the Relove Power Brow. This one is in the shade brown. I do also have some that were sent to me in a box over in that direction, but I think brown is the perfect colour for me. This one is a really interesting, like, it's rectangular shaped, the end of it, which I get isn't for everybody, but for making a really quick sort of blocky, just colour it in and go, this is a really great one. And then the last one in my little tub here is the XX Revolution Faux Brow. Again, really quick and easy to use. This has more of like a teardrop shape, so you might be a little bit more used to this shape. A really great colour. The only thing is it has this like brush thing on the end of it that looks like a teeny tiny toothbrush, and that's just too soft for me to be able to like actually brush through my brows, so I never use that end. However, it's a really great pencil and I will be keeping. So that's everything that we are keeping, and this is everything that we are chucking away just out of that one tub. I mean, I knew that there were going to be quite a few in there, but still it looks good having it out and having everything a little bit more easily accessible. So onto the eyeliners, starting with the black eyeliners. We have the Essence Lash Princess Black Waterproof eyeliner. This is the little like chubby one that they brought out fairly recently. It's got a really chunky nib, which I personally don't mind, but it's all personal preference, so I will be keeping that one. I still need to play with it a little bit more. I've only used it a couple of times. Then we have the Profusion Everlasting Waterproof Liner. This has a brush applicator and it's just fantastic. If you are new to doing like liquid eyeliner and wings and stuff, I think that having a brush tip makes it really easy. I would definitely recommend this one. It doesn't smudge, it lasts all day, it comes off really easily at the end of the day with micellar water. It's a firm favourite, I absolutely love it. Then we have the Collection Fast Stroke eyeliner, again in black. All of these in this little tub are. So this is a felt tip applicator, which can be, I find, a little bit more difficult to use. However, I think that this one is really easy because you can keep on just dipping it back in, rather than something like pen where you have to wait for the ink to come back down into the nib. It is easier with something in a pot. You can just keep on re-dipping. So I am going to be keeping this Collection one. Really affordable, really easy to get your hands on. Again, lasts really well all day. Whilst I have this one out in my hand, I will say that I am decluttering this one. So this is the e.l.f. eyeliner pen, and the product just doesn't get down into the nib properly. It's not a very dark product. It dries out really easily, so as you do one eye, then as you go on to the other one, it's already dried out, so I am going to get rid. That's my problem with a lot of these eyeliners. I don't know what it is about these felt tip pen applicators. I just can't get on board with them. I don't think I like any of these. So we have the Sleek Fierce Felt Liner in Zodiac Black. Can't remember what I think of it, so it's going. The Kiko Ultimate Pen Long Wear Eyeliner. What do I think of you? Not a lot. You're going. I can already tell you that I don't like this one, the L'Oreal Tattoo Signature by Superliner. It just, I mean, look at the size of that nib. No thank you. And it just dries out as you use it. That's a no. This one I only got recently. This is the L'Oreal Microfine Brush Eyeliner. This is in Obsidian Black. I think I'd heard somebody talk online about this and I got it and it was just awful. So it is a brush tip, and on first application, you would think, yeah, that's really nice and black, but then as you go on to the other eye, it dried up and I couldn't get any product on the other eye. So although I've only used this twice, that's a no. Then we have the Revlon Colour Stay Sharp Line. Again, oh no, maybe I liked that one. I can't remember what I think of that one, so I think I will keep it and I will test that one out again. And then the Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Eyeliner in black. I had this in a brown shade and I really enjoyed it, but I think the black one did the same as all the others and just dried up as I was using it. So I will get rid. Then this was a really interesting one. I won't be keeping it because I've had it for too long to still use it on my eyes, but this is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Black Shock Gel Liner. So this has a really interesting tip on the end, if my camera will focus. There we go. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but it has this hole at the end of the nib, and then you click the product up with this twisty thing at the end, and the product comes out of the tip so that you can draw on the gel eyeliner. Like I say, I've had this for far too long, and Maybelline is owned by L'Oreal, so I wouldn't use them anyway, but I did really like that one. But I've had it for too long, it's not safe to use on my eyes anymore. This is the Revolution Rockstar Matte Liquid Eyeliner. I don't think that this lasted very well on my eyes. I can't remember what I think of that. I'm going to keep that and try it again. We have another felt tip one here. So this is the Rimmel Wonder Ink eyeliner. I can't remember what I think of this one either. I mean, they all look great on my hand apart from the ones that are coming off grey. I can't remember what I think of that. I seem to remember I honestly can't remember. All of these are so similar, like the packaging is so similar and everything, but I think I'm gonna get rid. I have black eyeliners that I love, so I really don't need to keep ones that I'm not sure on. This is the Revolution, the liner Revolution, and this is another one that I seem to remember, yeah, dried up as I was using it, so this one will be going. This one will also be going, despite this being a very, very good eyeliner. It's L'Oreal, so it's not cruelty free, but I did like this. It's very, very black, it's very, very waterproof, but not cruelty free, so it's going. Then we have the Soap and Glory Smolder Kohl. I got this in a gift set, honestly, I think 10 years ago. Is that really, really bad of me? It was when I was still living at home, I remember that. So yeah, must have been 10 years ago, so I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Even though these, like, technically you can sharpen them and they would probably be okay, I don't need it, so it can go. So then we are left with two here. We have the Maybelline Eye Studio Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner Pot. I have never got on board with these like gel eyeliners. I had another one from Makeup Revolution that I just never liked. But yeah, I've only used this like twice maybe. I mean, you can see how many times I've used that by the marks inside of it. Like, I've just never used it very much. So I might see if one of my friends wants that, because that's still like completely good. It's just not a product that I really knew how to use, but I'm sure somebody else will get some use out of it. And then we are left with the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in 01 Black Fever. This is a great eye pencil. I actually want to do a whole video on these Essence pencils because these are so affordable. I think these are like £1.70 or something like that. And they're absolutely fantastic. They're so good. You can draw a line on, obviously it's a liner, but you can draw and like scribble it along your lash line and then blend it out, and it will stay all day long. They are absolutely fantastic. So I'm keeping that one, and that is all of the black ones that I'm keeping. So that feels much better to me, and that's all of those black ones that we're chucking away. I am just going to get a cotton pad to get rid of these off the back of my hand. So then this other tub is all of the like coloured eyeliners, and there's also a few like glitter eyeliners in here as well. So the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Matte Liquid Liner in Emerald. This is a firm favourite. I won't use it on my channel anymore, but I do still love the colour, and I do still want to get my use out of things even if they're not cruelty free. I want to still be using them off camera to use up the product, because otherwise it's just a complete waste. So I will be keeping this one. Similar to this one, the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Liner. This is in the white shade. If anybody has a recommendation for cruelty free white liner that is as good as this one, because I have fallen in love with white eyeliner, but I don't want to be using cruelty free, or non-cruelty free rather, brands, obviously on my channel, but just in my life in general. So I do want to be replacing this one fairly quickly, but I am keeping it. I'm keeping this one for now. Like I say, I'm using up the things that I already own. Then on the top here, we have 3 of the Beauty Bay crayon eyeliners. I have the shades Antique, Cushion and Peacock. I do have more of these, I'm just not sure where they are. These are absolutely fantastic if you're wanting like a creamy eyeliner, but that you can also sharpen with a little sharpener in the bottom. These are really, really great. I actually did a video fairly recently as I'm filming this, but probably not very recently as you're seeing this. I did a video with the deep shade of this one with like a smoky winged out liner, and I absolutely love doing that technique, so I will link that up here if you want to see that. But really, really great, highly, highly recommend. Will of course be keeping. Then these Essence ones are the same sort of formula really, a little bit more affordable, a little bit easier to get your hands on. If you're in the UK, you can just nip down to Wilko and get these. So we have the shades Deep Sea Baby. I haven't tested this one yet, but I will be very, very soon. Then we have a brown shade. So this is the shade Sparkling Brown. Really, really pretty. This one has like a little bit of shimmer in it, as you would imagine. Then we have Olive You, which is a beautiful like khaki olivey shade, hence the name. That one's completely matte. And then this one is I Have a Green, and this one is slightly shimmery as well. Again, similar to the Beauty Bay ones, you can like draw these on your lash line and then smudge them out with a pencil. Really, really easy, really, really long lasting. These ones don't have a sharpener in the bottom of them, but of course you could just sharpen them with a normal sharpener if you wanted to, but much more affordable, and I would say easier to get your hands on if you're in the UK as well. And they've got more shades of these ones too. Definitely going to pick up more of these. Then I have the Maybelline Hyper Precise All Day Liner. This is in the shade Forest Brown. I definitely should have gotten rid of this a very, very long time ago, because that is not as pigmented as it used to be. So that one's going. Then this one's going as well. This was in my project pan last year, and I know I only have a tiny little bit of product left, but it's too old to be using on my eyes. So that was the L'Oreal Paris Liner Signature in the shade Violet Wool, but had this for too long and obviously won't use it anymore. With it being from L'Oreal, if I want a purple, I can use this one, which I will be keeping. This is the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in the shade Rich Amethyst. And this is a beautiful deep purple, but it has like a metallic-y undertone, like a metallic-y shift to it. I don't have the best lighting over here, so I'm hoping you can see how pretty that colour is. Not one that I have reached for a great deal, but I do really like it and I do want to play with it some more, so we'll be keeping. I will say, however, this one, the Rich Amethyst one, if I can find a purple in this Essence formula, I will probably get rid of the e.l.f. one, because I do believe they do a purple in this Essence Long Lasting formula, and I do prefer this over the e.l.f. one. Next up, these are fairly new to me. These are the Studio London Define the Lines Precision eyeliners. So these are like wooden pencils, you have to sharpen them. So we have Poppin' Lime, which is obviously the lime shade, and Vivid Teal, which, if you can't tell by the makeup that I've got on my eyes at the minute, which you will have seen hopefully about a week ago, I absolutely love this teal shade. I haven't reached for this too regularly. Obviously I've been trying quite a lot of new makeup recently, but I really, really rate these. I have this Revolution Nude eyeliner, and I just don't think, maybe it does. I was going to say it doesn't show up all that much, but that is actually showing up quite well on my arm there, isn't it? So I will keep that for now, but I will reevaluate if I don't like this after I've used it a few more times. Then we have the Collection Lasting Colour Eye Definer. This is just in brown. I don't think I have, oh, I do actually have loads of this left. Okay, I was going to say I don't think I have much of that left. I definitely do. A brown smudgy eyeliner, you just can't go wrong, can you? So we'll be keeping that. Then I have the Colourpop Liquid Liner. This is in the shade Crazy, and I have used this twice, I do believe. I'm still sort of formulating my feelings on it. I was hoping it was going to be perhaps a little bit of a lighter colour so that you could actually see it. However, I paid so much in shipping to get this to me in the UK, along with some other products, not just this by itself, that I will be keeping until I've used every last shred of this pen. Then I have this Beauty Bay Shadow Stick. I also have a blue one of these, and I'm wondering if it's in the next drawer down. So this is in the shade Dumbo Hat. This is like a yellow colour. It looks absolutely disgusting because I've obviously used it a number of times. It is a beautiful lemon yellow colour. Really, really like it. I think this is definitely going to come into its own in the spring. And yeah, I do have a baby blue shade of this one. I think it's in the next drawer down. I will be keeping this. Then the last products that we have in here are the Collection Glam Crystals Dazzling Gel Liners. So we have the shades 3, Funk and 16 Cosmic Stars. These are absolutely beautiful to like top an eye look, to like just pop a little tiny little bit of really precise shimmer. Specifically the shade 16 Cosmic Stars is absolutely incredible. I hope the camera is going to pick up how pretty that is. It's almost like a holographic, like clear shade. It goes over absolutely any eye look. I absolutely love these, so I will be keeping. So that's all of those. So I will pop everything back in. And for now, I think I'm going to keep it like this. I do realise that it sort of feels like a little bit of a waste of space because this one's very full and this one's very empty because I only have a few black eyeliners. But I think if I were to put like browns and more neutral colours in here, that would confuse me. Like I just want to be able to grab a black if I want a black. So I'm just going to leave this as it is. And this is how the tub is looking. Really getting quite a lot of progress on this. So the next drawer down, this is the next drawer. The eyeshadow palettes I'm not even looking at. I'm not dealing with those today. Obviously there's far too many of them and I have 2 drawers of eyeshadow palettes today. I'm just going to focus on the single eyeshadow products here, and then I've got this little tub at the front that's all mascaras. So let me lift these out and then we can see what we're focusing on. So this is the mascara tub, and I can straight away tell you that I'm keeping these 2 because I haven't yet tested these, but hopefully by the time this video goes up I will have done. So this is the Revolution 5D Whip Lift mascara, and then we have a Primark mascara that one of my friends has already tested and she says it's absolutely rubbish. So I will be testing these myself. There will be full wear tests and reviews on my channel for both of these, but obviously haven't tried them yet, will be keeping. Next up, these 2, the Maybelline Lash Sensational and the L'Oreal Air Volume Mascara. I don't want to be throwing things away that still have life left in them. I will still use these, I will use them up, I just won't repurchase them. So I will be keeping these 2 until they are completely empty. Then we have the Relove Long Lash Lengthening Mascara. I'm sure that this is like £3.50 and it's an absolutely fantastic mascara. If you want thin, long lashes, really, really separated, that also last all day long, this is the mascara for you. And this one as well is very, very similar. This is the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. Depending on what type of wand you like, the Relove one has a natural bristled wand. I really, really hope my camera is focusing. I can't actually see the screen. I'm really hoping that I'm like in screen right now. I might not be. So this is the e.l.f. Lash and Roll, and this gives a very similar effect. However, it just has a plastic bristled wand. It is very curved. You can get a lot of curl with this. You can get a lot of lift with it, and again, both of these last incredibly well all day, keeping both of these. I will get rid of this one. This is a little sample. I think I signed up for like a mailing thing when Fleur de Force did an ad with Bare Minerals. So this is the Strength and Length Serum Infused Mascara. This didn't really do very much for my lashes, and it also smudged like crazy. So although I would never in a million years spend whatever Bare Minerals price is for a mascara, I would never spend that much. I wouldn't rate it based on the little sample that I have, so I'm getting rid of this. I'm also going to get rid of these 2. So this is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect mascara. This smudged like crazy on me. It looked beautiful. It looked really, really nice when I first applied it. However, it's smudged, so it's an absolute no-go for me. I need my mascaras to last well all day long. And this one was just absolute garbage. So this is the Rimmel Extra 3D lash. I really didn't like this. I mean, the wand was so spiky that it hurt my eyes. Like, it was just awful. So that one's a no. And then these two I will be keeping. So this is the e.l.f. Big Mood mascara. This has the biggest wand I have ever seen in my life. Like, it is the size of my eyeball. Will be keeping that one. There's still a little bit of life left in that, and then I will repurchase. And then this one I tested recently. This is the Essence Lash Like a Boss. This one lasts so much better on me than the Lash Princess one. It is a curved, natural bristled wand. Really like it. You get the thickest, chunkiest lashes with this, and it lasts really nicely as well, so we'll be keeping. So that's the mascara tub, and then we'll get into these single eyeshadows. So firstly, on the top we have the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. That's a tongue twister. This is the shade Peekaboo. Then we have Ripple, a beautiful purple shade. And then this one is Mint For You. We'll be keeping all of these. I only got these recently. I haven't really had a chance to play with them properly yet, so I will be keeping those. Then I will be keeping both of these. I absolutely love these Beauty Bay liquid eyeshadows. We have the shade Peach, Quartz and Malachite. This is my all-time favourite colour, so I will never ever get rid of that. But absolutely love these. They're so beautiful. Then I have 3 shades of the Barry M Metallic Cream eyeshadows. We've got the shade Aurora, which is like a bluey shade. Then we have Honoured, which is more of like an antique-y, goldy, more neutral shade. And then we have Dazed. And I don't think they actually make these anymore, but these are so pretty. They are like a straight up metallic shine across the lid. They last so well all day. I absolutely love these. Will be keeping. Then we have the Essence Soft Touch eyeshadow. This is in the shade Bubbly Champagne. This is so pretty. I don't know if all Essence eyeshadows are like this quality, but if they are, I definitely need to try some more. This is insanely beautiful. Will be keeping. There's this other Beauty Bay shadow stick. So this is in the shade Dumbo Sky, and like I say, this was like a blue, baby blue shade. Another one that I haven't used, I don't think I've actually used that yet, but a really beautiful pastel bright pop of blue, so will be keeping. I'll put that in with that other one in the drawer above. Then I got these 3 Revolution eyeshadow sticks, and I think I've used this most golden shade. I think I've used that maybe once or twice. My problem with these is that they don't set down, so if you're wanting to do something that's that sort of reflective, coppery, sort of goldy shade, then you can use this as a base and it works really well. However, I don't reach for these all that much. I think I might keep this more pinky shade. Or do I want the golden shade as well? Oh, I'm so indecisive. No, I'm gonna get rid of all of these. I don't reach for them. When I first tried these, I thought they were beautiful, and they are. They're a really beautiful shimmer. However, you need to set them with an eyeshadow, so I just find them too much hard work, so I'll get rid of them. This Barry M product I have a problem with. This is a double-ended product, so it has a shadow and a liner. This shadow just blends out into absolutely nothing at all. So you can see it there. It looks pretty enough. It's reflective. However, when you blend it to get it to actually, like, at some point dry down, it just blends into absolutely nothing. However, the liner is really nice. It's a really nice brown liner. It's got a brush tip applicator. It's not the most like incredibly pigmented, but the liner is really nice. So I think I will keep this, but I'll put it in with my liners in the drawer above, because I'm never going to use the shadow. I'm only going to use it for that brown liner. Then we have the Revolution Pro eyeshadow. This is in the shade Brass. I have used this a few times. I can't remember what I think of it, so I'm going to keep this and make a mental note to try and use this a little bit more. Then this is the Misguided Beauty Lids in the shade Sangria. I absolutely love this shade, and again, I can't remember what I think of it, so another one. I'm gonna make a note to try this out some more. Then I'm going to get rid of these two. So these are the Maybelline Colour Tattoo 24-hour eyeshadow pots. So we have the shades On and On Bronze and Pink Gold. I did really like these, however, like you can see they're sort of drying up a little bit, they're coming away from the edges, and I just haven't reached for these in the longest time. I don't think I've used either of these shades in like 6 months. Like, they're drying out, they're just not going to be like working to their best, so I'll get rid of both of these. This is the Profusion No Budge eyeshadow primer. I always forget to use an eyeshadow primer. I need to like leave this out on my table so I remember that I have it, but I will be keeping this. Then I'm going to get rid of this only because I've had it for so long and it's like separated in the little container, but it was very pretty. This is the Barry M holographic eyeshadow topper. This was in the shade Asteroid. If I could find this again, I don't think they actually make this anymore, but if I could find this again, I probably would repurchase it because it was really pretty. This is quite a similar product actually to that Barry M one. This is the Relove Eye Light Metallic Eyeshadow. I really like this. This is in the shade Bling. It's almost like a lilac-y silver reflect colour. It's so pretty. I did a video recently where I did like this, just washed right across the lid. The only thing is with this, the applicator is so strange. It's like they forgot to put the bristles or like the sponge on the applicator, like it's just a little piece of plastic. It's really weird, but it works. I mean, it gets a lot of product on and it works really well. You do just have to go in with a brush quite quickly to blend it out, but we'll be keeping. Then I will get rid of this one. This is the Revlon Colour Stay Bold Cream Eyeshadow in the shade 825 Merlot, and this was just so dark. I was hoping that this was going to be more like that Misguided Beauty one, where it's more of a plummy purple, whereas this is just so dark. Like on the lid, this just looks black. Like it's so dark. I mean, it does come with a little like brush in the lid, which I suppose is quite handy, but I just never really liked the colour very much of this one, so I will get rid. Then I'm going to keep this one. This is the Collection Glam Crystals Glitter Balm in the shade Sequins 1. When it's like summer and it's festival season, not that I'm going to any festivals, but I do enjoy a festival makeup look, this is a really pretty one. It's like iridescent, all of the colours all mixed into one, so it goes with any makeup look. It's so pretty. And then the last product in here is the Studio London Colour Icon Eyeshadow Pigment. I did a full review of this on my channel fairly recently, and it is just not a very good product. It creased, the colour was not as intense as I was hoping it would be. I was really hoping it was going to be this deep, bright blue, and it just washed out into like a baby blue. It just wasn't what I was hoping it was going to be. Very disappointed, so I think I'm going to get rid of this because I haven't picked it up since then. I just don't love it, so I will get rid of this one. So I will put everything back into here that I am keeping. I'm also going to put this Colourpop This is actually a blush, a Super Shock blush, but I have been using it on my eyes, so I'm going to put this one into this tub as well. And that is all of those. I don't know if that drawer is going to close now because all of those have fallen down, but that is all of those. And these are the ones that I'm getting rid of. I'm very, very happy to be getting rid of all of these products. Again, a really nice hefty tub to be saying goodbye to. Any products that aren't out of date or are still like usable, still have some life left in them, I will be giving them to a women's shelter or like just giving them to friends and family, and anything that is past its best I will be taking to those recycling centres in like Boots or Superdrug. I'm not just going to be like chucking these into the bin. But that is everything. Let me just tip this into that other box that I've already started on. We're definitely filling up. I have almost filled up a whole Amazon delivery box. So if you want to see the other parts of this declutter, I will leave the playlist linked in the next screen. There will be colourful eyeshadows and neutral eyeshadow palettes coming up soon, but we're getting there. We're finally getting there. Getting rid of the things out of my collection that just don't serve me. They just don't need to be here. They don't need to be taking up room. So if you want to see those, you can subscribe. That video will be coming very, very soon. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye.